Hey, welcome to Cat's Bookend. First, I want to apologize for the way I sound. I've been sick, and I'm still sick. I believe I have a cold or something. But I wanted to make this video, even though I don't feel well. I was like chomping at the bit, to do my July wrap-up. So, and the thing is most of it is the booktubeathon. But I did read some other books besides what I read in the booktubeathon. I did a video at the end of June called July Might Be Read. And I'm glad that I said might be read because I didn't really get to read most of those books. Maybe one of them, just one, because the booktubeathon took over my time. And I'm glad I did it because it was fun, and I read a lot of books that I normally wouldn't have reached for, so that was really good. I didn't know when I made my July wrap-up, my June wrap-up, I didn't know that I was going to be participating in the booktubeathon. In fact, at that time, I didn't even know there was going to be a booktubeathon. But here we go. I'm going to show you my July wrap-up, all the books that I read in July. The first one is Behind Closed Doors, and I absolutely love that book. For all of these, I have a video, and I'll link them down below in the description box. But I thought that Behind Closed Doors was good. In fact, I thought that was awesome. I didn't give it 5 stars, though, because I thought the characters, a lot of them, the outside characters of the situation, were really stupid. But it was still a great book. And then I also read The Elementals. That was an audiobook. I don't know if you consider it reading, but it was an audiobook. The Elementals by Michael McDowell, and that was great. I really enjoyed that. That was a story about creepy creatures in a house in a very remote area on a very remote beach, and it made sand very, very scary. Just sand. It's a Southern Gothic horror novel, and I mean, if you're into horror, it's really good. I think you should read it. It's one of those must-read horror books, in my opinion. Then I read, and I don't know, did I say that Elementals was an audiobook? Because that's what it was. It was an audiobook. And then the next book that I read was an ebook, and that was Sleeping Giants. And I liked it. I mean, as a matter of fact, I really liked it until I got to the last 20 pages, and it ruined the whole book for me. I did an angry rant on that because I was so pissed off. But I've been hearing from other people that the sequel to it, Waking Gods, kind of redeems what I didn't like about Sleeping Giants. So we'll see if I ever read that. But I was so ticked off at that book. So those are the 3 books that I read in July that weren't part of the booktubeathon. And the rest of them were all booktubeathon books, Dr. Katz's Me at a Glance. And this was for the Read a Book with Someone on the Cover. Hyped Book Challenge, Jonathan Living Seagull by Richard Bach. Oh, the Places You'll Go for Challenge number 3 by Dr. Seuss. This was read a book in a day, but I read this in like 5-10 minutes. This wonderful historical novel by Paul Fleischman, the son of Sid Fleischman, who's another author. This is The Boarding Room. It's a historical young adult novel. I really enjoyed that. That was for challenge number 4, which was read a book about somebody who is totally unlike you. And then for challenge number 5, I read Among the Dolls by William Slater. This challenge was read a book entirely outside. This absolutely amazing book, Mrs. Caliban by Rachel Ingalls. This was read a book that you bought because of the cover. And then last but certainly not least, you had to read 7 books for the 7th challenge. This was my 7th book, Annihilation by Jeff Vandermeer. This is part of the Southern Reach trilogy, and I'm going to be doing a video just on this to review this. I loved this book. I mean, I'm not one on sequels and series. I really don't get into series because I want to read so many other books. But this one, when I was done with it, I was like, oh, I have to get it. I cannot wait to get the sequel, which I believe is Authority. That's book 2 of the Southern Reach trilogy, and I'm going to be getting that and reading that soon. So you're going to see that on my must be read for June, and it probably is going to be read. And excuse me, I said June. Sorry, I'm not feeling well, like I said. But for August, my might be read for August will definitely be Authority, book 2 of this. I mean, this was so well written. I mean, it was gripping, but I'm not going to say much more about it because I want you to watch my video review of it. But this is really, really good. I actually want to read the whole trilogy. So, this is my July wrap-up, and thanks for stopping by.